Hello and welcome to another interesting teaching still on factoring quadratic expressions. Now, carefully look at what we have. You observe that the signs we have is mixed. You see that we have this subtraction and this is addition. This is subtraction and addition. That's what we have all through, unlike the one we treated in the last class where the signs are both addition. Join me in this teaching as I show you how to factorize this type of expressions. It's just so easy. Now we are going to begin with solution. So we have x squared minus 8x plus 7. Like we said, what we do first is to get two numbers that when you multiply, it gives us positive 7. Okay. Now when you add those two numbers, it gives us negative 8. And remember, you get those two numbers from the numbers that can divide 7, and that are factors of 7. And we know that factors of 7 are 1 and 7. So to look at the addition, we are also going to look at its multiplication. Remember the signs, we have positive and positive, negative and negative, positive and negative, negative and positive. These are our key signs. So for the addition, we have positive 1 adds 7, and that will give us, if you add this, it gives you positive 8. Let's check for this. We have negative 1, negative 7. This gives us negative 8. Then we go for this, we have positive 1, negative 7. This will give us negative 6. And negative 1, positive 7. This gives us positive 6. Now, if you look at the addition, you see that we are looking at negative 8. And this is the only one that gives us negative 8. But we need to also check for it on the multiplication to see if it will still give us positive 7. So for the multiplication, let's just go straight to check this. So we're going to have negative 1 multiply negative 7. And when you multiply this, remember, when you multiply negative and negative, it gives you positive. So we're going to have positive 7. And that is what we have for the multiplication. So it means that the sign or the numbers that satisfy these two are negative 1 and negative 7. They are the two numbers. So we're going to work with these two numbers to factorize. To do that, we have x squared. Now, instead of writing this, you replace with these two numbers you got. So we're going to have negative 1, you add x to it. And you know that negative 1x is also the same as negative x. So we can write it as negative x, then negative 7x. If you add these two, it gives you back negative 8. Then return this plus 7. You are done. So what you do next is to pair. You pair these two and pair these two. And that gives us x into x divides this, gives us x. X divide this gives us negative 1. For this, we are going to factor negative 7. Use it to divide this, we have x. Use it to divide this, we have negative 1. So you see that the two numbers in the brackets are the same as well as their signs. So in that case, we just take these ones outside. We are going to have x minus 7, and take one of the brackets, we have x minus 1. So this is what we have for factoring this expression. Now let me quickly show you how to do this shortly without waste of time to have. So if we're applying method 2 for question 1, what we have there is x squared minus 8x plus 7. Now, just like we said, you get two numbers that when you multiply, it gives you 7. And when you add them, it gives you this 8. This is for multiplication. So what are those two numbers you get from 7? We already said is 1 and 7, and it's negative and negative. So that when you add these two numbers, it gives you negative 8. And when you multiply, it gives you positive 7. So what you just do, because it's x squared, open two brackets for x, put one of the values of x, one of the x in the brackets. Then these two numbers you got, which are the factors, put one here and the other here. And that is what you get for factoring this expression. So quickly, let's take question 2. For example 2, we have x squared minus 13x plus 36. Now, like we said, two numbers that when you multiply gives you this, and when you add them, it gives you negative 13. You get them from the factors of 36. So we can have 36. 2 here will give us 18. 2 is 9. 3 will give us 3. And 3 is 1. So because we are targeting 13, we can choose to multiply these two and these two. This will give us 4. This will give us 9. You see that 9 and 4, when you add, is close to this 13. So what signs are we going? So we are going to work with 4 and 9. But what signs? Remember that negative multiplies negative gives you positive. Negative multiplies positive gives you negative. Positive multiplies negative is negative. And positive multiplies positive is positive. So which of the signs we can go with? When we multiply two negative, that's what will give us positive. And when we add two negative, it gives us a negative result. So we can go with these two. Did you see how we got that easily? So working with these two factors, we are going to now have x squared. Replace this middle one with these two. So we have negative 4x and negative 9x. If you add these two, it gives you back this. Then plus 36. So pairing this, we are going to have factor x out. Use it to divide, you have x. Use it to divide, you have negative 4. For this, we are going to factor negative 9. Use it to divide this, you have x. And use it to divide this, it gives us negative 4. The two values in the brackets are the same. So we take the ones outside. So to have x minus 9 and x minus 4. So this is what we have for factoring this expression. Now, if you understood what we did, kindly do this. Let's discuss in the comments. And if this helps you, don't forget to like this video and share. Thank you for always engaging. I'll see you in our next class. Bye-bye.